burner. Oh, yeah. I'm about to have some fun with this one right here. What's wrong with mono and poly relationships? Wall Street Dreams in the building. What up, Dante? What is up with what's wrong with them? Please share it. We live in 5. You know what I'm saying? So share the live with 5, and let's tell everybody, because somebody's having a problem in a relationship, whether it is monogamous or polygamous. So today I want to speak on it. And I'm going to come in with my Kevin Samuels on today about this one. So please share with a friend. See, that's what I'm doing. Press 2 or press 5 if you've already shared it with 5 people. Let's get into this conversation. Also, a quick announcement. You about to see me like every day. My calendar is set up. And yes, I'm glad I got your attention. What up, Facebook? What up, YouTube? What up, Instagram? Please post your city and state, where you calling from. You know what I'm saying? Who you representing? I see Team Leo and the A is in the building. You've been waiting for this share? Oh man, good. This one getting ready to get really, really crazy. One of my favorite Tauruses. I'm your favorite Taurus in Atlanta. I know that. Other than yourself, I should be your favorite of all time. Thank you, Tawana, for sharing this with 5 people. Appreciate that. What up, South Bend, Indiana? In the building. Team Aquarius is out here in these streets. All right, let's get it popping. You know. So I'm gonna tell you a story. Right, I grew up in a monogamous household that was very dysfunctional. Right. Then and it's 2:22. Look at that. And my parents separated, and then they got back together. Then they was fighting and all this other type of stuff, right? And there was no healing available for my mother or for my father, and it was a long time before me that I was healed in dealing with how I from trauma from childhood that really was relationship based of my parents. So then I started studying astrology, and I was just like, wow, you can tell. I got a reading one day from a dude in Baltimore, and it was just like a little reading. His name was Carlos, and he was like, yo, you need an even number of women. And I was like, an even number of women? What are you talking about? And he said, even, like 2, 4, 6. You have Venus and Gemini. So I started doing all this Venus research around astrology and relationships. Then I ran into Ra'akuv cosmophysics. It was over. But in the meantime, I was in a bunch of poly groups and swinger groups and things like that. And when I would see people arguing, especially if you was ever in the Juju Mama progressive love spot, then you would see people in the chat room just arguing, right? And I would just step in and be like, when's your birthday and when's the other person's birthday? And I would just sit back and just do the calculations and be like, oh, they would be arguing and be saying what's in their chart, what the conflict was. And I was just like, oh, this is real. And then I started offering relationship consultations where we were just talking about Venus. I still do relationship consultations. And then and people in the poly community would bring the birthdays of the potential candidates that they wanted to be with. So I've had women bringing multiple men birthdays, and I've had men bringing multiple women's birthdays. Women do more research than men using astrology, right? What up, Miss Martin? Peace to the fam. Make sure you share this with 5 people because we live. So when we go live, we share it with 5. Let's get it popping. What up, Team Leo, Jacksonville, Florida? How you feeling? Thank you for watching that old video with Sister Myra. Sister Myra taught me a whole lot too. I'm around this particular subject of relationships, right? So when I started seeing the perfection of this, people started talking. It was a big conversation around your love language, right? But the love language test, in my opinion, is very subjective because it's going to change depending on the mood that you're in when you take the test. But what about if you look at your chart? Your chart is not subjective. Your Venus is in the position that it's in, right? So since I was, and still will defend the poly lifestyle, right? I don't have a problem with swingers. I don't have a problem with poly. I don't have a problem with monogamous. I have a problem with people telling other people this is the type of relationship you should do without checking their birthday. All of you who listen to anybody giving you relationship advice that does not take into account your birthday, your own mathematics, does not know what they're talking about. Unless there's some super empath who probably done, when you get all the way down to it, you need to know who you are and what is your style of relating and go tell your partner. Because this will alleviate the problems in the monogamous relationships and the poly relationships. Because I've seen success in both of them, but I am neither anymore. I've created another category. So I've created another category. I'm going to tell you the story. So there was this doctor I knew, right? Fine, chocolate, just a bad mother scooter. And, we kicked it a little bit, but we didn't work out. It was long distance. And then one day she hit me and said, you know what? I just met somebody and I know I know y'all will hit it off. I told her you're poly too. And I was like, why in the hell would you tell her I'm poly? She was like, well, you support poly lifestyles and you can date more than one woman. I said, that doesn't mean that I'm poly. Now, if it doesn't mean that I'm poly, then what does it mean? If I said I'm not monogamous and I'm not poly, but I can date as many women as I have the energy and I feel like dating at one time. What is that called, everyone? Anybody want to take a shot? What is that called? Doo-doo. Team Capricorn over there in Gothenburg, Sweden. What up? More Team Capricorn from Pennsylvania chiming in. What it do? What up, Team Libra? You should be able to answer this. Absolutely. Yes, please share this with as many people as you can, Brother Edwards. Please, 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 please. No. Oh, I'm single till I get married. I really like that one. I do like free too. Thank you, Latoya. I like that. I like freedom too. But these aren't the words that describe successful relationships. Because I'm still relating. I'm single, but I'm dating and I'm in relationships with the S. So what does that mean? I'm always going to be single till I'm married because I don't play house. That's another problem with mono and poly. They play house. Nobody's married, but then they're playing house as if there's a ring involved. We ain't going to get to that yet. Oh, she said fluid. That's cool. No, a unicorn. That is an answer, but that ain't it. No, dating. Let me just give y'all the answer. Everybody type this in. Happy. Everybody type in happy. Happy. Yes, I am discovering myself, but I'm happy. Everybody type in happy. No, I'm not empire building. No, I'm maintaining my peace by being happy. The only way you can maintain your peace is to be happy. So the common denominator in successful monogamous and polygamous relationships, all poly relationships, polygyny, polygamy, polyamory, any other poly that ain't been named yet. The key to it being successful is everybody's got to be happy. So I'm a happyologist. I practice happyology. That's why I told the sister, I was just like, why in the world would you tell her I'm poly? Because as soon as you hear the word poly, what do you think? Tell me, everybody. Just start typing things. When you hear the word poly, what are some of the things that come to your head about the person? So if I was to say Mark is poly, Joe is poly, Tawana is poly, Talk to Jay is poly, if I say Tryla is poly, if I say Kelly is poly, if I say Raven is poly, then what will you think about this person when you hear the word poly? What are some of the words that come to your mind? Latoya said pimp, right? Miss Brazen said scammer. Latoya said scammer. Miss Brandon said multiple partners. Brandy said open. Somebody said promiscuous. Sister wife. Can't pay their own bills. I love all of this. Swinging from the trees. Non-committal. Right? Groupies. Hungry. No commitment. That's what you think of when you hear poly. Available. Okay, I like that one. Poly in relationship with more than one person. Multiple partnerships similar to a triangle, sex, or threesomes. Everybody thinks sex too. Everybody thinks threesomes. Shanika was the only one just bold enough to say it. Team Leo in the building. She the only one bold enough to say it. Because that's the first thing a lot of women who claim to and think that they're monogamous and want to program a man to think that he's monogamous, the first thing they think of when they hear poly is a threesome. That's the first thing. Boom. Moon Mama Jules say, I think about sex. Yeah. Yes. People that are happy with sharing their love. That's what people, okay. Now watch this. Watch how fast everybody gets into agreement. You ready? What's the definition for water? Everybody type the formula for water right now. I don't care what your education is. Just type in the formula for water. Everybody, hurry up. Start typing up. Miss Martin says greed. I like that. Everybody start typing up what is the formula for water. What's the formula for water? Let's see how many different answers we get. I see H2O. I see another H2O. I see another H2O. I see another H2O. Somebody said flow. That's not the chemicals. I see H2O. Look at this. Look at everybody agreeing. All these people are agreeing that water is H2O. No one is arguing. Everyone is together. Everyone is together, right? Everyone's together and agrees that water is H2O, right? But as soon as I said, what is poly? There was 99 different definitions from only 6 people, right? Now watch this. How tall is a basketball goal? For some of you who know, you go to any court in the world, how tall is a basketball goal? Come on, everybody. How tall is a basketball goal? In the NBA and high school and college, middle school, playgrounds, how tall is a basketball goal? A lot of you women don't know because y'all don't play ball. Y'all be just guessing. Right. It's 10 feet. 10 feet. I don't care. In China, Russia, when they go to the Olympics, they all can play on the same rim because it's 10 feet. 10 feet, right? No argument. Regulation is 10 feet, right? So how do we know that when we say how tall is a basketball goal, everybody agrees. When we say what is the definition of water, chemical, everybody got the same one answer. As soon as we say poly, everybody got all these answers. Now watch this. Let's see what everybody thinks mono is. Ready? When you hear monogamous, type in what you think. When you hear monogamous, what do you think? Everybody, when you hear monogamous, what do you think? Doo-doo. This is going to be good right here. When you think monogamous, what words? So when you thought poly, you had all these things that came to mind. Now when you hear monogamous, what words come to your mind? If I was to say Brandy is monogamous, Shanika is monogamous, Mamacita is monogamous, what would you think about that person? A committed relationship, marriage, exclusively, one partner, mono equals one. 2 people said that. Nobody on Instagram got nothing to say about that. What would you think about a person who, when you said, oh, they're monogamous? So you would think that they're married. Shanika said married. Where does monogamy mean that the person is married? dedicated, singular. Okay. This is just it's getting more and more interesting. What up, beloved? Mr. Calvin? Isolation. Somebody said dimming intimacy. One person. The habit of one mate. Faithful. Monogamy means faithful. To Brandy. Okay. I say marriage to self. Regulus. Got it. One partner. Loyal. Didn't mean married to another partner, but married to self. Look how many definitions we have out here when somebody says monogamous. Monogamous, right? Because some of y'all are trying to describe yourself and what your opinion of it is. But guess what none of you said? None of you said happy. None of you heard the word monogamous and wrote down happy. And none of you heard the word polygamous and wrote down happy. Are there divorces in monogamous relationships? Non-married and married? Yes. Are there breakups in poly relationships? Married and not married? Yes. 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 But where's the happiness? Thank you, Latoya. Nobody said happy. 0 people said happy. So none of you all have happiness as a cause for you going into relationships. Some people go into relationships for sex. Some people go into relationships for companionship. I know a lot of women go into relationships for security. Yeah, they want security and to be provided for. But I ain't never heard nobody say, I'm going into a relationship to be happy. Gotta have happiness, but nobody said it. Oh, yeah. Outside themselves because they ain't looking within. Nobody's looking for happiness within themselves. You make a good point. Virgo Black thinks, oh, somebody that I can grow old with. Oh, I like that. I love that perspective. You should. Nobody's happy with themselves. Then when they go into a relationship, guess what? Still ain't happy. Still ain't happy. How could you be happy in a relationship if you weren't happy with yourself? Okay, here we go. If you like to be happy in a relationship, all relationships, type 1. If you don't want to be, if happiness doesn't matter to you in a relationship, press 0. This will be easy. If happiness is your number 1 priority in a relationship, type 1. If happiness is not your number 1 priority in a relationship, type 0. We're about to see some answers out here. If happiness, some of y'all are lying already. Some of you are lying already. Some of y'all want security. Some of y'all want faithfulness. Some of y'all want money. Some of y'all want commitment. And now you lying and saying you want happiness all of a sudden is number 1. I don't believe all of you. No, I don't believe all of you. All of y'all can't have, y'all just heard me introduce this and now all of a sudden, and ain't no zeros up here? Shit. Come on, man. That's a lot of lying. It's a lot of lying going on today. It's got to be. Relationship Friday, boy, I'm going to talk about it. My other day for talking about relationships is Sunday too. But Friday is we go, oh, yeah. Poly, mono, single, married. I'm on my schedule, baby. 0, thank you. And if you type 0, what is your number 1 priority going into a relationship? No matter how many people, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25, whatever. Yeah. Let me see here. Your happiness is a personal maintenance. 0, I'm already happy. So going into a relationship, then the other person don't have to be happy. You don't have to. So 0, okay. Well, then if it's 0, then what is your number 1 priority if you type 0? We're talking about the problems in monogamous and poly relationships. All poly relationships, all monogamous relationships, none of them are focused on being happy. However, when you do your research, which most folks have not done, so here I come, the researcher, to let you know, what have I found in my research? Well, in my research, I found that the couples that are the most successful, they're the happiest. That's what they have in common. I've been in monogamous households, I've been in poly households, and the theme for them being successful is there's happiness around, not who's getting the most dick, who's getting the most pussy, how many threesomes they're having, how much money's going on. Happiness is the goal. And it's because the damn leader, which is normally the man, that's what he wants, is happiness. Now, I ain't say that women can't want happiness, and I'm not saying that women can't lead a household. Somebody need to lead the household. I don't think it's natural that she lead the household because she's magnetic and the man is electric. And he need to have some damn backbone and hold the damn umbrella while she damn does all the magical nurturing stuff. But that's another story. I'm just talking about peace is number. Eddie Melvin is in the building. Cape Fear in the building. Now, see, Eddie, peace and happiness are absolutely at the top. Because as long as I have my peace, I'm happy. But when somebody come in and start disturbing my peace, I am not happy. Thank you, Eddie Melvin. This is my senior, Eddie Melvin, state champ, Cape Fear High School, 1985, I think. And one of my, one of my big homies who I look up to down there in the Ville. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, King. What is this? I know before entering a relationship, I'm responsible for my own happiness. Most people don't know that. I would love a union with the other person. I would love a union with the other person is their own happiness as well. We bring it together. Right. Everybody would love it. Oh, Sharita says she wants honesty over happiness. Interesting. What's my man name? What's the chick who played Catwoman? She was talking to James Baldwin. And she was talking to James Woman. Catwoman. Eartha Kitt. That's it. Eartha Kitt. Don't let me find this. Ooh, this little video right here where she wants she wants James Baldwin to come in and lie to her. Something about if a man comes into my life, I don't have to change. But then there was another one where she was talking about, hey, you lying to your white boss to make him feel good. Come home and lie to me. Woo, Eartha Kitt. Yes, if somebody finds the joint, please send it to me. Yes, I like peace too. What is happiness? If you have to ask, then you don't have it. If you have to ask, then happiness is a challenge. If you have to ask. Learning one another and growing together. I absolutely do not have that rank number one. Really above happiness is God. God to me is happiness. God and happiness to me, that's synonymous. When I'm happy, I'm in touch with God. When I'm upset, I'm far away from God. Bong bong. James Baldwin. That's what it is. Is it James Baldwin? Babe, you got send that to my Facebook inbox, please. So I don't have to get off the phone. I can't look at it while I'm going live. What up, Team Taurus in the Bronx? Peace and happiness, they coincide. No, I don't want balance. I'm looking for harmony. We don't use the word. I don't teach the word balance anymore in nothing. You know, that's old. I'm looking to find somebody to share this journey called life. What do you want? Like, what are you talking about? I'm looking to find someone to share this journey called life. How? What you mean? How you want them to share it? You want there to be some because you can share it with conflict. This is the problem. When you are not specific in what you want in a relationship, you get the leftovers. When you don't emphasize happiness, you get all the other things that happen. But imagine if you go into a relationship and say, our number one priority is happy. Our number one priority is happy. So now when an argument comes, we say, how can we get back to happy? If there's a conflict, can you come and say, how do we get back to happy? When you are getting ready to do something crazy, then you can say, is this going to keep everything happy around me? Or is this going to cause conflict? I'm just asking. Oh, Nikki Giovanni. That's who it is. Is it Nikki Giovanni and James Baldwin? I think that's who it is. Oh my goodness. Giovanni. Oh, here we go. That's the long one right there. I think this is this the snippet right here? Let me see. Before I let everybody else in.
Of course you can lie to me. And you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. When Billie Holiday say, hush now, don't explain.
All right, I accept that.
Of course you lie to me. And I don't even want to care. What is the truth?
Let's back it up. Let's back it up.
Why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else?
Listen.
Of course you can lie to me.
Whoa.
Of course you can lie to me. And you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. When Billie Holiday say, hush now, don't explain.
All right, I accept that.
Of course you lie to me. And I don't even want to care. What does the truth matter? And why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? You lied when you smiled at that cracker down the job, right? Lie to me, smile. Treat me the same way you would treat him.
I can't treat
you.
You
Must.
treat him.
You must.
Back, it's only 51 seconds, man. Let's just look at this. This is bananas, yo. This is bananas. Press play. Let's go. Listen.
Of course you can lie to me. And you will. If you love me and you're going off with Maddie someplace, you're lying to me. Because what the hell do I care about the truth? I care if you're there. When Billie Holiday say, hush now, don't explain.
All right, I accept that.
Of course you lie to me. And I don't even want to care. What does the truth matter? And why are you going to be truthful with me when you lie to everybody else? You lied when you smiled at that cracker down the job, right? Lie to me, smile. Treat me the same way you would treat him.
I can't treat
you. You must. You must. Because I've caught the frowns and the anger. He's happy with you. Of course he doesn't know you're unhappy. You grin at him all day long. You come home and I catch hell because I love you. I get least of you. I get the very minimum. And I'm saying, think it with me. Is that too much of the black woman to ask of the black man?
Damn, did y'all hear that? Good gracious. What are your thoughts on that? Oh no.
So the first thing I like to say is
I don't want to hear no yay right now. What do y'all think about that? Please don't fake it with me. Somebody said don't do it. What about when they lie to themselves? What about it? If they lie to themselves around you, that means you lie to yourself around you. You only attracting somebody. Somebody's always coming to you with some reflection of you, right? So like, what you gonna do then? What? I'd rather the ugly truth than a pretty lie. Please, women, please lie. Please stop lying. I don't believe you, DY. I absolutely do not believe you that you prefer an ugly truth. I do not. Because here's the thing, will you tell an ugly truth to your significant other? Will you tell an ugly truth to someone that you love? Don't say that you want somebody to tell it to you and you can't do it yourself. I'm waiting for your answer, Miss DY. Can you tell someone else an ugly truth? Sincere said, I can do it. Just let me know it's what you want or accept. This is like a quadruple Leo. He don't even really count. I mean, he counts, but he don't count because he's also a psychonaut. And he done already, he dealing with his demons on a regular daily basis. He's very honest with his demons when a lot of us are not, okay? What she said, I tell the truth, but he would rather me lie. So what is that telling you? Would you still have sex with somebody who wants you to lie to them? Would you still keep calling them a partner if they wanted you to lie to them? That's where we live at right now. That's where we live at right now. Why do we stay there? Why are we in that particular predicament? Just had to tell the ugly truth, and the conversation went better than I thought it would. Because you was trying to control it with lying. Everybody's always trying to control, manipulate somebody else. Everybody's always trying to manipulate somebody else. She is saying that we treat others with such anger, however, do not allow us the same reflection. No, she asked that man to lie to her because she was already lying. She was already lying to him about something already. If you can ask somebody to lie to you, then that means you absolutely are letting them know that that's what they're getting from you. Yo, if you lie to me, I'm gonna lie back to you. Then we'll be in this trauma bonded relationship together. Don't you love being in trauma bonded relationships that lies unite us? Good old deception unites us. Don't y'all? How about some of you ex-wives out here and ex-husbands? Don't you just love it that you were united with some deception and had some kids with this person, and the whole time there was some underlying lies and y'all was trauma bonded together? Don't you love that? Yeah, right. Oh my goodness gracious. At the beginning of our relationship, we both said we will tell the truth even if it hurts. The receiver decides what they do with that truth. Interesting. Raven said, what are my thoughts on polygyny? Multiple women take vows to one husband. I like that. I like when women taking vows to one husband. It makes a lot of sense to me. But not just any man. Because that's what the women are here saying. I ain't gonna be in no, listen here. If you don't have no man, you ain't gonna have no management. Plus, it's so many women out here that have rosters right now. Women have rosters now. And it's making them happy. So then they can choose which way they want to go. But women don't really know that when they have a roster, they're looking for happiness. That's the number one need that they want fulfilled. One person might couldn't do it. Now they got a roster. Men have always had rosters. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's a roster of female friends that they are non-intimate with or women that they are intimate with. Thank you so much. I'm doing my best. Y'all don't want the trauma bond? Two people lying to each other is not happiness. But they asking for it though. They don't. But remember, if two people who lie all the time aren't thinking about happiness. This is what I'm telling y'all. What's wrong with monogamous relationships and polygamous relationships is what are you focused on? Kelly says, I want full truths. I believe I delivered the same from my perspective. When you say I believe and from my perspective, that don't count because you're not sure. No, you have to be like, yo, I tell the truth. This is what happens. Me personally, I just draw a little small line. I ain't gonna lie, but I ain't gonna be running around here confessing either. If you ask me, then I'll tell you. Some people want to be in a situation and don't want to ask for clarity because they could be lying to themselves. They could be lying to themselves about what the situation that they're in right now. If you just got here, you need to share this with 5 people. When I go live, I need you to share it with 5. Let me get that right quick. If you've already shared it with 5, please put that in the chat. If you haven't introduced yourself, please put your city and state and what team Zodiac you represent. But if you have not shared it with 5 people and don't want to share it with 5 people, just leave because you're not helping me share my particular content and my downloads with the world. So share it with 5 people, please. Press 5, introduce yourself, or leave. That's really how I like to do it. Now, let me see. So, what a polygyny. There's the best polygyny channel that I have seen on YouTube is called Sister Wives. It's called Sister Wives or Co-Wives. I think it might be Co-Wives. Is it Co-Wives? Yes. And they have yes, the Co-Wives. The Co-Wives. That's the one. The Co-Wives. I was trying to Just trying to get the get my screen set up so I could share some stuff out here with folks. Allow the app to record the contents of your screen while you use other apps. That's what I post. That's what I posted, brother. I said, share the screen. All right. Chrome has lost permission to crack. How do I give you permission? This is ridiculous. Un momento, por favor. Ensure your browser is checked. The browser is checked. Let's do it like that. Oh. Well, I feel now I know what to do. Can't do it right now. So the co-wives is my favorite channel when it comes to dealing with polygyny, because a lot of people who think about poly, especially women, they think that they're so worried about, hold on, before I even say this, let me see if women are going to be honest. Women, if you're not for polygamy or polygyny or sharing a man, what are one or a few of the reasons that you don't want to share a man or be in a polygamous relationship that has to do with the other woman? Not necessarily him, but what is something about the other woman that will stop you from being in a polygamous relationship? This is good right here. This is good. Thank you. I'm healing more. Thank you for sharing with the 5 people, Team Scorpio in California. Y'all see how folks do? You always will know the truth without hearing it if you know how to understand to be understood first. You're talking in circles already. The reality is most people are stuck in their own story, and that's where the lie lies. Oh, she's a poet who talks in circles, but I can decipher this. I'm trying, right? This is all an assumption around that everybody wants the truth. But when you see what's happening, you know that people don't want the truth. You know what I'm saying? And it's always, if you know how to understand, to be understood first. What does understanding is not even primary. Who cares if I'm understood or not? Why? There's so many relationships based off on I want you to understand me. That's ridiculous. I want exclusivity with my one man. What about multiple men sharing a woman? I'm gonna get to that. What she got, I don't. Oh, I like that. What's good, Ace? Thanks for sharing this video with 5 people out there in Austin, Texas. What up, Shawnee? Residing in Fredericksburg, Virginia, Aquarius Sun. What it do? Winston-Salem, North Carolina. Team Sag in the building. You back in the States? Okay. Everybody hit the 5. Okay. Polygyny ain't for everybody. Really, everything can be. Yeah, but peace to the God. What up, Sensei? Who is polygyny for then? Since you said it ain't for everybody, don't tell me not for everybody. Water ain't for everybody. Kool-Aid ain't for everybody. Coca-Cola ain't for everybody. American deli ain't for everybody. White people ain't for everybody. Black people ain't for everybody. Then what's for everybody then? Stop taking the cop-out route and saying, oh, what ain't? And start saying what is then. You feel me? At the beginning of our relationships, okay. So let me get back over here and catch up. Sexual energy and mixing body fluids. That's ridiculous. Her pH balance. That's ridiculous. If he gives her more than me, that's ridiculous, right? So I'm just telling you, all these are ridiculous. They're your concerns. You should get some help about them. You should tap them out. Do some EFT or something to release that, because you never asked the man to clarify because you weren't brave enough to even ask. So you took an assumption, and now you've been standing on it for years that her pH ain't gonna be balanced. How is your pH so balanced? How do you know if your pH is balanced? How do you know? You don't know if your pH is balanced. You want somebody to maybe come in with the same vibration as you. Nobody has the same vibration as you. Now they should be harmonious, not balanced. They should be harmonious, but they shouldn't be the same pH as you. The audacity. That's just rude for you to even say some shit like that. Mixing bodily fluids. For those of you who don't want to mix bodily fluids, Do you put your hand on the escalator at the mall or anywhere there's an escalator? Do you put your hand down? Well, then you're mixing fluids with somebody. So now stop the madness. Just cut it out. What it really is, I'm going to tell you men, all the men who are about to hear what I'm about to say, press 5 if you're doing like, press 5 dudes if y'all do this. The women don't want to be in polygamous relationships because she don't want another woman to be in charge of her, and she wants to be in charge of the other woman. So in polygyny, the man says, ain't neither one of you in charge of the other. I'm in charge of both of you. You're not married to her, you're married to me. Most women want to run another woman. Oh, I'm the number one woman. Well, I can't be the side woman. I can't be the 2 woman. You my woman. You ain't her woman. She just because we in a poly relationship don't mean she's a lesbian or bisexual. She might think that you're attractive and all that, but she may not want to sexually be with you. This is the problem with women. They think a man at this point, that's all we still doing is thinking with our dicks. That's it. What is my trying to find a scene where Caesar is outside. Maurice and Caesar discussing the apes. So if you have to have seen Planet of the Apes for what I'm about to say. Look at it. All the brothers put 5 up. Because they know the woman you ain't worrying about. Because it's the thing. The reason poly relationships don't work when women don't want to get into them is because she's worried about the other woman. Is the other woman going to have more sex than me? Is he going to like her more than me? Is her pH balanced? Am I going to be sharing her bodily fluids? So you're telling me your man is going to be so nasty, he's going to have sex with her, not wash his dick, and then come straight to you and have sex with you or put his dick in your mouth after he just left from having sex with her? Is that what you're afraid of? Then you're afraid of not knowing how to choose a real king who know how to wash his nuts. Who says that you're going to even want to have sex with him the same night she want to have sex with him? I caught everybody. Nobody's thinking about happiness. Nobody's concerned. These women aren't concerned about happiness. They're concerned about, let me give you a reason. Let me move the goalpost again to tell you why, man, you can't do this. Because I have an excuse about her. Her this, her that, her this, her that. She the one. I see no more comments been coming up over here on the Facebook and the Instagram. But I mean, and all the comments now by the women are been shut down because they know it's true. You worrying about another woman more than you worrying about happiness. What did I tell you was the problem? Why mono and poly relationships don't work? Because the women aren't focused on happiness. Because you're not happy with yourself. If you're happy with yourself, any situation that comes to you, monogamous situation or a poly situation, is also going to be bringing more happiness and adding it to your life. I don't have to worry about being on guard from having conflict in my life because I'm always cultivating peace and happiness in my own life. So for those of you who want to blame another woman or blame the man or blah, 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 you are the common denominator because you do not have a happy ritual. You don't know when to laugh. You don't know when to express happiness and find things that make you happy because it's so much easier for you to whine and complain and talk about what niggas ain't doing and what the reason it can't work. Remember earlier, the sister was like, polygyny or so-and-so is not for everyone. What's for everyone then? Isn't happiness for everyone? Who doesn't want happiness? Put a 0. Who could do with more happiness in their relationship that they're in right now? Whether you're single, mono, or poly, who could deal with more happiness right now? Press 8. And then if you don't want any more happiness, if you have plenty, press 0. Let's see. 8 if you could do with some more happiness in your relationship, and 0 if you have plenty, you don't need no more happiness in your relationship. I enjoy being with one man exclusively and bonding. Where's your Venus at in your chart? Keteris 222. Yeah, because I don't care what you enjoy no more. All I care about is what does the math say? Like, what is your blood type? I want something that we can verify. I can't verify what you're saying is the truth. I need to see I'm pulling charts around here today, pulling collars. Would you like to bring it on? We're not commenting because you asked what a concern of ours is and then dismiss the concern. Because it's not real. I didn't dismiss it. I analyzed it, and then I stuck a pin in the bubble to bust it. Because I told you, I wasn't dismissing it. I told you it was ridiculous. That's not dismissing it. I addressed each and every one and told you that you have that as a priority over happiness. Whatever the concern is, the concern should be happiness. How can we get more happiness up in this job? Look at all the 8s. I'm just looking for some more happiness. I'd like some more happiness in my relationship. No, I ain't talking about you, Ace. Some of these people who talk about what they feel like doing and you don't know your chart, I wouldn't trust you if you said the sun rise in the east. I wouldn't trust you if you said Hawaii was surrounded by water. I wouldn't trust you if you said water is wet if you don't know your chart. That's where I'm at now. That's where I'm at. You don't care. Who know where their Venus at other than Latoya, his stunt? 21 degrees Venus and 21 degrees Virgo. Ace over here saying it's her 12th house. She know what it is. Not even listening no more. Not even listening no more. You don't know your human design. You don't know your chart. Stop telling me. Stop trying to profess that you what you want in a relationship. You don't know. You're just playing around. What about multiple men sharing one woman? Does it make them happy? See, my answer can answer my answer is going to answer all your questions. If a woman has a roster, because that's really what you're saying. If a woman has a roster and the niggas don't know, because that's really what's going on out here now too. Ladies, clap it up and press 5 if you know a woman that's got a roster. You ain't incriminating yourself. If you know a woman that's got ladies, if you know a woman that's got a roster right now and she's having sex with multiple men and they don't know each other, please press 5. Watch this. Watch the screen now. Watch the screen. I'm going to ask women, do they know one woman that's got a roster? Oh, I see some 5s jumping off up in this jump. I see some 5s up in here. I see some women telling all of us that they know at least one woman who has a roster of men that she's having sex with them, and those men don't know each other and possibly don't know that she's having sex with other men. Woo, look at the 5s. Look at the 5s. Look at the 5s out here. Sweet Jesus. Look at this. Now, is she happy? Ladies, let's just talk about the ladies that you say you know. Is she happy with her roster? Is she happy? Yes or no? Is she happy with her roster? That's all I want to know. Don't incriminate yourself. I just said if you know a woman. That's all I was asking. I ain't asking was it you? Whoop, godly bot. Whoop, fuck. Yep. Look at that. Yes. Who gives a damn then? That's y'all problem. Y'all so want to be in somebody's business. Big ups to the women with rosters who handling their business. My sister said this one time. This is the funniest story. I've told this story so many times. I wish I had $1 for this story. My sister says, hey, she was going on a date with this dude, right? She was dating the guy and stuff. Everything was going cool. She said a chick started calling her phone, playing on the phone. One of the dude she's dating, one of his other chicks on his roster started calling my sister's phone and quote unquote playing on the phone. You ladies know what that is, right? Calling, hanging up. Who is this? I want to be friends. All type of damn crazy ass psychopath type shit, right? This is how my sister played it. Y'all might want to write this down or you might want to try this. But it's the lesson at the end. So she goes to dinner, this very expensive restaurant. Dude's like, where we going? He think after he finished the date, he gonna take my sister home, you know what I'm saying, and get that good Scorpio loving, right? My sister order up all what she want on the menu. She run the bill up. Boop, 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 boop. Then, you know, she be like, oh, I'm ready to go. She hit him with the whelp, going home. Now he said, wait a minute, we ain't going together? And she looked at him. She said, this is a direct quote. She said, it's very unattractive when you can't handle your hoes. I think she said it's very unattractive when a man can't handle his hoes. What she was telling him was, ain't none of my niggas on my roster calling your phone. You feel like you're the only one. I know I'm not the only one. I don't feel like I'm the only one because you got this dummy hitting me up. So guess what? It doesn't matter about what I think about a woman. Can she handle it? Do she got the energy to handle it? And as I was talking to somebody, here's the other part too. Why is it natural too? Is it natural for this woman to have this? And when I say is it natural, that means is she doing it because she wants to do it and it's in her chart, or is she doing it so she can compete with a man? A lot of times women are in monogamous relationships so they can compete with other women to say, I got a man. It's a competition. Y'all didn't know that? Sometimes men get in a competition with other men by saying, I'm poly, I date other chicks. He's also trying to tell you that he's setting up an exit. A lot of people, when they come into this poly thing with the conversation and happiness ain't first, they're just letting you know they just really, kind of want to smash. I don't know about the other stuff. And, I have to have multiple women to be happy. I have to be in a polygamous relationship with other women in order for me to be happy. I got to have more numbers than just one. I can't be happy. If you looked at your chart and are honest with your chart and your own life experiences, then I'll buy that. Got a fresh $2 bill right here to purchase. If you've looked at your chart and your chart says, I got Venus in Capricorn, Venus in Taurus, Venus in Virgo, and you see that your relationships are better with one person at a time, I got $2 for you. If you have not looked at your partner's chart, but you say they're cheating or they can't be faithful or they can't keep their dick in their pants, all the words that you're describing is in their astrological chart that you did not go look at. It's in the chart. Dre, what up, son? Yep. Boom, just like that. It's always in the chart. That's the problem. What's the other question? Is it possible to get my human design or natal chart read without knowing my time of birth? Absolutely. You come see a professional like me, we take care of that. You come see any one of my students, we take care of that. Very easy for those who are trained to do that. Work with OYE.com if that's something that you're interested in. It's called chart rectification. I'm about to have a class with my students. He'll probably start next week where we get into chart rectification class. Yeah. I think it's going to have to be 100 though, not 50. It's going to have to be 100. I want to see who's serious. For real. So I hope that answers your question. Was there any more questions? Well, that was it. Shantae Young in the building. Is it natural for humans to fly? No, but they get on airplanes. Unnatural doesn't mean immoral. When does morality, what is morality for? Who creates it? And how does it help your spiritual growth? People are always talking about immoral. Stop it. That's ridiculous. Nobody can tell nobody else is immoral. I see some applause is going on here. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeses to the ladies that's out here happy with rosters. You know what I'm saying? I know I done been on a roster before. Absolutely. Long as the boat won't rock and I was cool with it. Thing is, my particular confession is I'm always going to rock a boat if you try to put me on a roster. Because you ain't going to have 5 OEs. And after a while, because I check so many boxes, them other ones is going to be irrelevant. And then I bring happiness and peace to the table. Before we even get to the intelligence, the good looks, the sex, the networking, the money piece, hey, before I even show up with that, I already have peace and happiness. So that's why my lifestyle is happyology, because happiness is the basis of my relationships. Does this relationship make sense? Do I feel like it's going to make me happy? Before I look at the chart. Because I can just let jokers know I'm going to be happy in this relationship. How many people I date got nothing to do with you. That's the other thing too. Monogamy, you know what's wrong with monogamy in all the polys? Everybody's currently worrying about what somebody else is doing. I'm going to do what I want to do, period. If I'm in a relationship, I'm still going to do what I want to do, but I ain't going to be disrespectful. I'm in a relationship to be happy and build more happiness. Why? Because Reverend Ike says money loves happy people. So if we have a happy household, studying astrology together, doing moon magic together, doing some of these rituals from Tybro, doing some of these rituals from Jasmine, doing some of these rituals that I got, studying Qiguns together, doing all our solar adept work together, how do we have time to be anything other than happy? And when you're worrying about what else is going on with somebody else, you are trying to hold on to your trauma versus getting some help, letting it go. This is what I want to come on Miss BJ Martin's live and talk about mental health in relationships. Mental health issues come from people. Most mental health issues stem from relationships. Did y'all know that? That's what's the problem with mono and poly relationship today. It's causing you mental upsetness. More ooh-wee. That's right. Snails with no shells. She's scared to invite me on there, y'all. She's scared. She ain't ready for all this radicalness on her podcast. It's okay though. Angela says I can see it. Yeah. You get in there, you get this, and then you leave the relationship and you bring the trauma with you. Who does that? Why would you bring the trauma with you when you get out of a relationship? You know why? Because you want to go to the next relationship and gossip about how you was in another jacked up relationship before. That's ridiculous. 2 traumatized people cannot have a relationship. They aren't healed. Cheryl said, yep. I want to add this. I want to add this too. Since we own it, we're talking about relationships. Can I go in? Is it okay? Can I go a little further? Some of y'all haven't invited 5 people because the numbers are still staying around the same. So if you're in here and you haven't invited 5, what we call is when we go live, we bring 5. So if you're in here watching the live and you've been here longer than 5 minutes, you should have already invited 5 people. Otherwise, I'd love for you to leave right now. I only want people that's engaged and really, want to. Please do. I can go in and go in. Okay, thank you. Let me go in a little further. Somebody was talking about, the 2 trauma healing. Okay. I want the men to listen how I talk to the women. Okay? If there's any brothers in here, press 1. I don't even know how many brothers in here. Most of the people is always women. So I'd love for it to be at least one brother in here. Okay? I see Raven over here. What up? And Lucy Pearl's in the building. All right, let me go in. I'm going to speak to the women. Brothers, get this message, though. Okay? Okay, there go my man Terrell is in the building. Wolverine's in the building. The guys, they want to hear it too, right? Okay, here we go. Infinite Vibe wants to hear this. I should just aim it at the brothers. Brothers, let me show you how you detect if a woman is bullshit. Now, it could be an unconscious bullshitting that she's doing because she's not being accountable and she doesn't realize one thing. All right? When a woman says, I have to heal first, or she says, I'm not dealing with no brothers who are not healed, her name is Lucy. You know how the white woman snitching on black people is called Karen? This woman is called Lucy because Lucy is always pulling the football when Charlie Brown's trying to kick it. She's not consistent because she's pretending that she does not know that healing lasts the rest of your life. Everybody type that. You will be healing the rest of your life. Or type in, all of us will be healing the rest of our lives. The Dalai Lama is healing from something. Everyone is healing from something for the rest of their lives. Can I get somebody to type that, please? Healing lasts the rest of your life. Healing lasts the rest of your life. There is no ending to it. So when you hear one of these sisters selling you this bullshit, brothers, or sisters, when you hear another sister parroting the bullshit that she got from a bullshit sister, say, just look at her and say, honey, healing lasts the rest of your life. Stop the bullshitting. You must engage in relationships while you stay on planet Earth. It's okay to take a break, but don't use healing. Don't use healing as the reason I can't get no relationship. Brothers, if you caught what I just put down, type in 9. Just for the brothers. If you brothers who heard what I just said, please type in 9. Because brothers, a lot of brothers like me, I'm really sick of women saying, you know, I got to heal before I can get in a relationship. You know, like, because I got to get all the way healed, then I can be in a relationship. You know how old you're going to be? 90 something. I ain't going to want you. You better catch me now with all this viralness now while I'm ready to damn run all the way through you and put that thing up and lay you apart while I have that type of lust and physical energy in my body, because when you're 90 and I'm 110, I ain't gonna want you. How do I need to wait? Are you out of your mind? What you mean? You out of your mind. Okay, I got the brothers. The brothers heard what I said. Ladies, if you understand what I said, on a scale of 1 to 10, I want to see how much y'all agree. 0 and 1, you don't agree with what I just said about, oh, but 10, you really get it. I'd like to know. The brothers threw them 9s up. The brothers threw them 9s up, boy. Yeah. Don't respect a woman's fear-based comments. Don't do that, brothers. Because then it's just like feeding a dog when they do something wrong. I didn't mean to come off that way, but I meant as in healing your past trauma before you move forward. You can't. You can be, you're always going to be healing your past trauma. So to say, I want to heal my past trauma before I move forward, you ain't going to never move forward because you're always going to be healing your past trauma, always. Especially when you're saying, I have to do this before, because now you're saying you're always giving yourself an excuse and a shield not to be fully engaged in a relationship because you're scared you're going to get hurt, or you're saying something else might repeat. You're holding on to the past. You may have traumas you endured from your parents, and that's why cycles are repeating. Most of the time, you end up in a traumatic relationship with someone who favors your traumatic parent. The only reason that I agree with this last sentence is because you haven't let go of the trauma. Because I'm healing from the trauma don't mean I'm gripping the trauma.
That was easy.
Because I'm healing from the trauma doesn't mean I'm gripping the trauma.
That was easy.
You don't have to grip the trauma and brag on the trauma to heal the trauma.
That was easy.
You ain't got to take the trauma with you to the next relationship and tell the other person about it to be healing it.
That was easy.
You could just let go of the trauma.
That was easy.
But you like holding on to it because
That was easy.
it's easy for you to hold on to it too. You don't want to do the work of letting it go. It's easy for you to give me an excuse.
That was easy.
Oh, let me tell you why I can't love you. Let me tell you why I can't be loved yet. Let me tell you about all the things in the past that I must tell you right now to make sure that you don't love me and that I don't let love in my life.
That was easy.
Because I heard this other black chick saying, and it resonated with me because she had a lot of trauma and I got a lot of trauma. So I'm just in there with my sister because misery loves company.
That was easy.
Oh, y'all love it. Something always comes up to heal from family. Stuff you weren't even aware bothered you in the least can change the way you move. It's always going to come up. So what you get in a relationship for? Happy. Let me pick somebody who I don't know. Let me go way out here. Because Joe, I need to pick a stranger because I pick somebody I know. They'd be like, oh, they're dating. Who I don't know personally? Miss Brookins? Okay, Miss Brookins. I don't know Miss Brookins personally, so I just want to use her as an example. If I get in a relationship with Miss Brookins and the goal is happy and something traumatic comes up from my past and my partner, Miss Brookins, notices it and she comes over and helps me with healing it, reminding me to let it go and cheering me up.
That was easy.
To me, at this point, that's the biggest turnoff for me. Is a woman telling me all the things from her past. That's a reason why she don't want to date. Tell the truth. You see, I got my shit together, and it's scary. You always ask for somebody to have their shit together before you get involved with them. Then you run into somebody with their shit together, and now you're gonna throw up an excuse. Shut your mouth. Stop it. Stop it. I'm telling y'all, cut it out. Release and get over it. I hate sob stories. Don't tell me, Bella. Tell your homegirls. Make videos like this telling other women that you're tired of their sob stories. Why is Kevin Samuels so famous? Kevin Samuels is so popular and famous and making a bag off of these jokers because of the women want to come to him with sob stories talking about what a nigga did in the past. Why she can't move past it. My father sexually abused me as a child. That is not something easy to let go. It is if you get help. Are you trying to do it by yourself or have you went to counseling? I'm always working, not thinking about these memories. I definitely love wholeheartedly. Are you getting help from the sexual abuse that you got from your father as a child? Or are you trying to do it by yourself? And the reason it's not easy, that's why I asked, because you said it's not easy, because you're doing it by yourself. Anything you do by yourself ain't easy. Look up. You think I moved all these books in this house by myself? No, I didn't. We fear we will repeat it, so we don't try again. So now fear becomes your master, not God. Fear and happiness can't coexist in the same place. We fear it, so we fear we will repeat it. The only reason you will repeat it is because you're a dumb fighter. Because that's my martial artist. You go in a fight and you got your hands up, and joker ain't hitting you. But the third round, your hands dropping a little bit, and that joker keep catching you, keep catching you, keep catching you, keep catching you. Because you ain't putting your hand up. All you do is put your hand back up. You make adjustments. You don't be like, I'm gonna fear it, and so that's gonna make me not try it again. That's where the mushrooms and the toad come in. Boy, let's highlight that one. Absolutely. That's where the mushrooms and the toad come in. I told them now I have no friends. You're gonna need some friends though. You can't be out here by yourself. Yes, I have a therapist. If you and the therapist ain't working out, switch therapists. You don't have to stay to that. Switch to keep going to a therapist who stop going to a therapist who reinforces that it's hard. Go get you a coach or another therapist that reinforces that you can do this. This is easy. If you've been to a hypnotherapist, I got a great one for you. It's not okay not to have friends. Absolutely not. Because you're not going to know how to be a friend to your partner when you get in a relationship. If you don't have friends now, then you're not looking to be in a relationship with anyone. I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who ain't got no friends. That's a red flag. I love my mushrooms. How many of these self-diagnosed traumas know their charts well enough to see it? Okay, if everybody's got a trauma, then why you ain't got a birth chart to find it so you can fix it? Why you ain't done a diagnostics run on yourself? Thank you, dope ass nerds. I reflected and stepped in here and started opening his mouth. Everett, what's goody? Happy birthday to the God. Team Pisces all up in the building. Jupiter at 14 degrees today. I don't know exactly where the sun is at, but it's right here where my G is at. I can go look it up though and find out. It's gonna take me but a whole hot second. Boy, the sun and Jupiter's at 14 today on your birthday. Woo! Jesus Christ. My. Somebody said they had a shroom trip last night, still in a state of euphoria. My partner and my sisters are my friends. You don't get it. You don't. Well, I ain't looked at your chart either, but that's a red flag for me. I wouldn't date you. If you just came out the blue and like I ain't got no friends, I have to look at your human design and see if y'all are 9 and 0. Because in that case, I might have to be like, okay. But still, no friends? Nope. Do you have friends because you were afraid of getting hurt? You ain't got no friends? Why you ain't got no friends? King Jupiter and the sun at 14 today. I studied my birth chart and my human design. I learned it from you. But then you got me and a therapist, and you have to keep pushing. Stop don't get on here and start repeating things that goes against the way you're being trained. If you learn something from me, you ain't been trained to talk about something ain't easy. You ain't get that from me. Yeah. Do you know how to work well with others? That's a big point about being in relationships. My past traumas and lessons have helped me reorganize my blessings. Ooh, I like that. I give thanks for the growth and let the past stay where it is in the past. The peace and happiness I have affords me to be present. Ooh, ooh, out here slapping them up and down. Hold on, let me take a question. Oh. He said, what are your thoughts on sex with clients? It's not advised. Be careful. Anything could happen. It could turn out wondrous. It could turn out not. What if they don't want to pay you your money? Now you're taking sex for payments. Ouch. It's tough. It's tough right there. Miss Tania, would you like to come on? I'd love to hear your thoughts today. Okay. Doo-doo. Miss Tania, we can't see your face. Hello, Miss Tania. Phantom of the Chakras, what's up, King? Okay, well then we're just gonna go ahead and get her off of here. How do you close people out? I don't want to do that. No. What the bleep? Did I just shut my Instagram down like that? Some jokers over there gonna be salty about that. Guess that's the part one. I was about done anyway. Now let somebody come up here who was not even somebody who won't even official tissue out here in these streets. Y'all all right? I agree with you about making peace and happiness as the top concern and priority. I hope so. She said, I was speaking in general and I use my trauma as an example of not being easy. I'm much better off than what I once was. Congratulations, Miss Branding. You'll be healing from that the rest of your life. Halim said, you are powerful. I'd like you to speak on my radio broadcast from time to time. DM me if you are interested. I'm interested. Send me a DM. Like you on my page. I might not be able to find this as easy, but I would love to come on your radio podcast from time to time, several times. What up, Red? Peace to the family. This is part 2. We still are talking about what's wrong with mono and poly relationships. And the key is nobody's focusing on happiness. Happiness is not there. Ayuki, hello and have a blessed one to you and your ancestors too. And shouts out to everybody that's on Instagram that came back. My apologies. Don't know how in the world that we got cut off. What's your biggest takeaway from this particular commentary that we've had today? Or do you have any more questions? Because I'm about out of here. I got work to do. Red, congratulations on your new seed that's on the way. Y'all ain't giving me a chance to catch up. What up, Mayette? Peace to the queen. All right. No comments, questions, feedback. Happiness is the key. That's your big takeaway. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you, Brother Halim. I look forward to it. I don't have to grip my trauma to heal it. Ooh, I don't have to grip my trauma.
That was easy.
I don't have to grip my trauma.
That was easy.
I don't have to grip my trauma.
That was easy.
Come on now. You know you can order these on Amazon. I think they're like $7 a piece. I have one by the door, one right here by my desk, one in the kitchen, and I think I have 4 upstairs. I know I got one in my meditation room, one in my bedroom, one in my bathroom. That's 3. I know I ordered 7 of them. I spent $50 on these because this is the kind of life I want.
That was easy.
Right. I don't want to go around and keep talking about what's hard. Ooh, stop worrying about what other person as long as I'm happy. Good gracious. No more gripping. Healing lasts the rest of your life. Talk that talk, Sierra. Happy is forever. Fizzy facts. This video will be prerequisite for a relationship with me. When happiness starts with self and easily shared in relationship. Yeah. Dang, I didn't know you was going to be strict on them like that, Raven. But you're right. But they may not want to look at an hour and 15-minute video. So you're going to have to figure out how to get it down to them in less than 15 minutes. Normally a person will listen to you when you're talking that real for like 15 minutes. If they can't, you already got another red flag. For real, for real. I saved the last one, and I'm going to save this one too. Trust me. Absolutely. I got you. That's it. Tomorrow's live will be on mycology and mushrooms. I also will be announcing the dates for the Gin room and Well, for the fruit of the gods and the 5-MeO, we're working on a sheet right now to make the process much easier for me. Yay. Okay. So if you need someone to help you with the ceremonies, you're looking at them. I got you covered. I miss everything. What did you say? Lord have mercy. She talking about I miss everything. What we're talking about is what's wrong with monogamy, with mono, what's really wrong with monogamy, mono and poly relationships. So what we did was an exercise, Deetra, and Deetra is a vet. And so we had everybody tell us when they heard the word poly. So if I said if I say Deetra is poly, what would you think, right? And so these are some of the words, these are some of the phrases that people said. This is a good recap to go out. Hold on, this is wonderful. Hold it. Oh, they said pimp. They said multiple. So that means that they heard that Deetra was poly. They would say Deetra's a pimp. Deetra has multiple partners. Deetra is a scammer. Deetra is open. Deetra is non-committal. Deetra swings from trees. Deetra is a groupies. Deetra has multiple partnerships similar to a triangle, sex, and threesomes. Poly in relationships with more than one person. Deetra is happy with sharing her love. So those are all the things that people said when they heard poly. So then I said, tell me the scientific formula for water. And everyone said H2O. It was just H2O, 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 H2O. Then I said, how tall is a basketball goal? Everybody who knew said 10 feet, because around the world is 10 feet. And then I said, what if I said Deetra was married? Or if I said, no, I'm sorry, if Deetra was monogamous, what would you think? And they said Deetra is exclusively. Deetra is married. Deetra is in a committed relationship. Deetra has one partner. Mono equals one. Deetra is dedicated and singular. One partner. Loyal. Married. And then they came in and said married to self. Right? And so I said, what didn't anyone say? And no one said happy, Deetra. So today we proved the point. It's taking me 1 hour and 22 minutes to get here. And that's the recap. Nobody has happiness as the goal. Well, when you hear the word poly, you don't think happy. When you hear the word mono, you don't think mono. So why would I want to be in it if I can't be happy? But most women have these other words: security, provisions, love, woo, 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 woo. But she don't got happy written in her list of demands or her list of honeydews. So how could you get it if you ain't even got it listed, written down? Because most time, and we covered this too, a lot of women, because we were asking about what do I think about, women with more than with a woman having sex with multiple men. My reply was, is she happy? And a lot of women, I was like, what is it that you are worried about the other women that stops you from being in a poly relationship? Oh, her pH balance, sharing sexual fluids. And then I asked them, that's what you think is when you hear poly, is that a man is having sex with this woman, don't wipe his dick off, don't take a shower, and turns around and comes right over to you, and her fluids is still hanging on his dick, and then he goes and inserts it inside of you. That's what you think a poly relationship is. So we also were, showing how ridiculous some people think. It's very, very, very small-minded. No longer on my channel. I don't care if I got to get up at 6 in the morning to make a video every day with my subjects. Tomorrow we're talking about mycology. I like open relating. Let's do this. Open relating, ladies and gentlemen. Please type what is the first thing that you hear. What is the first thing you think when someone says I'm open relating? Go. Everybody typing in. Everybody typing in. Everybody typing in what you think, men and women, When someone tells you that they are into open relating, what do you think? I'm gonna go back to some of these other answers right fast. And of his signs is that he created for you mates from among yourselves, so that you may find tranquility in them. And he planted love and compassion between you. And this are signs for people who reflect. Thank you, Michael Wesley II. Oh, he said, what you say about happiness and peace is the same as in the Quran. Oh, because I do have Islam in the base, buried way deep in the inside of my heart. So we good. Absolutely. I know it's in the Quran. Happiness of self will allow us to overflow and give love in all relationships. Brandon said, to answer your question on what's wrong, though, for me, it's because people can't understand that business part behind the partnership. Like, yeah, the love cool, but what we're about to build. Brandy, my God, I wish you could text that to me so I could put that on next week's show or Sunday, because Sunday is I'm gonna be talking about Venus news you can use. Venus is all about relationships. Open relating equals no regulation. That's what Michael Wesley said. Open relating equals no regulation. Someone else said open relating equals free. Free what, Miss Brandon? What do you mean free? Okay, just asking. Great partnerships, Mayette said. Connections. The creatress said love. Somebody else said peace. Somebody said nurturing and thoughtful. Somebody said abundance and wealth. These are all people who must be in open relationships. Raven said buffet sampling. California Sexy said honesty. Hey, baby. Joy, happy, smiling and joy. Freedom, unconditional love. Dietrich, you can't answer it because you the ones said you got to let everybody else answer. Somebody says we have to expand our thinking. Yeah, it's mostly dealing with our own insecurities that lead to jealousy. Is jealousy at the root of it, Dietrich? Is that what you're saying? Open relating, Miss Brandon said free will to do however they please. So in a monogamous relationship, Miss Brandon, you're not, you can't be open. You can't do whatever you please in a monogamous or poly relationship, Miss Brandon. Is that what you're insinuating? But we own it today, boy. We are on one today, sharing and caring. I'm gonna just put it on the table because I can come back and talk about that later. I just want to let you know, in my opinion, what's wrong with monogamous and polygamous relationships is their ass ain't got no range. They don't have any range. No range of happiness, no goals of happiness. Happiness is not at the top of the list. God ain't at the top. They don't have a God-centered relationship. They don't have a happy-centered relationship. As the sister said, what we gonna build? Sister, without God, without happiness, without peace, without harmony, without respect for one another, there can be no growth of building no businesses. Most of you who want to come in, who want to just build a business, I know some people who want to do who want to be poly strictly for the business aspects of it. Yeah, but do you love me? Do you love yourself? Are you healing? Maria said, what's the purpose and the vision, my nigga? Woo!
That was easy.
Lord have mercy. What's the purpose and the vision? Oh my goodness gracious. Some view others as property. Some want a partner. There's a wide range of things on how others think. Miss Brandon, please text me that topic, that sentence right there. I have a whole nother topic we ain't gonna get into today. Is your partner your property? See, this is the whole thing about playing house. Being dumb, unfortunately,
That was easy.
came too easy for some people because you're stupid. You want to be in a relationship so you can own somebody. I can't press the button. You slid into it easily, but everything got rough right after that. She's Louise. Dietrich was the one that said you're going to be healing the rest of your life. Dietrich, that's what I told him. We also covered that too. I told men to not honor the bullshit women speak when they say, oh, I can't get into this relationship now because I'm healing. I have to finish healing first. And I said, when you finish healing, you'll be 90 and I won't want you, nor the other niggas that been hollering at you right now. You better take the niggas that's hollering at you right now and do something with them while you can. Because when you're 90, you ain't gonna be able to put your legs behind your back. You ain't gonna be able to do all the stuff that you can do now that's really, really nasty. When you get older, that part of you will have moved on. And I ain't gonna want you. And then you're gonna be like, I'm finally healed. And you won't be, because getting good sex is healing. Getting good sex is healing. Refraining from sex, not forever. Not forever. Not forever. I can refrain from drinking water, from eating food, but I can't go with it forever. That's when you start acting stupid. Okay? Women are intimately acquainted with healing. They don't risk their battles and their bodies in battle. That is why they often think it must be a lifelong process. Women aren't intimately acquainted with healing. Really? I ain't saying this now. I'm reading somebody else's comment. I don't know how to respond to that. I'd like to hear more about that. If you'd like to come on the screen, I'd love to hear more about that. What are you saying, Plato? Of the reasons I'm not treating you like a man is because I'm still stuck in my childhood trauma. Yes, Lord, I see that. Marriage based off possession. Relationships are a healing tool. Can you be loyal, and to what and whom? Loyal to myself. Loyal to my chart. If you ain't loyal to your chart, then you don't know what you're dealing with anyway. He said, interesting concept. If you'd like to come on and express that a little more, I'll stay on for 2 or 3 more minutes to hear that. If you want to express that some more, because that is you saying something that women are not. Okay, you decline. Okay, you dropped the bomb on the screen, then walked off. Healing is an everyday process. Meant the area of healing you needed to do at that time. I know you are always healing. Gotcha. Sauce God, what it do? Well, I'm finna get out of here. You can just go, y'all gonna go watch the replay, especially part 1, around what I feel is wrong with mono and poly relationships. Y'all don't want to be happy. Successful monogamous relationships and successful poly relationships, they're always smiling and laughing. They're always smiling and laughing and joking, being cool with one another, and it's authentic because that's how it started. I know the sex got to be amazing. Anybody who I be laughing with and funning and joking, then we have sex. Let me nod my head. Bananas. All right. I really appreciate y'all for stopping by today. I'm gonna see y'all tomorrow. When tomorrow is Saturday, we're talking about mycology. Sunday is Venus news you can use. Monday is business. Tuesday, we'll be talking about Qigongs, Tantra, breathing, meditation. Wednesday, we get back into astrology. Mondays is mental health Mondays too. And then Thursday is about the kids. Yeah. Oh, and Saturday, 5-MeO Toad. So tomorrow is mycology and Toad. So tomorrow I'll be announcing the dates tomorrow. All right. And how you can get in contact with me. I could tell you the dates right now, but I would only repeat it one time. Just wait. If you're following me, you're going to see the dates. If not, you'll see it in the morning. What up, Team Leo in Chicago? How you feeling? Healing has no ending. Talk to him, Cass. Come talk to him, Miss Space. All right, all right, all right. My heart's on. Thank you. This was inspiring and uplifting. Appreciate it. Same time for your lives, OE. I don't know. I ain't got the time down yet. That's what I'm doing today. I got to make a run real quick. Then I got to come back, talk to Chris, get all this handled out before I go to bed. Today's a day in front of the computer. But I still have to go to the post office. Haha. All right. Thank you. If all hearts and minds are clear, Saturday probably it's gonna have to be in the morning, yo. It's like I probably gonna have to get up like I hope it's before 10. It just depends on what time my nephew is going to go boxing, because I'm going with him tomorrow to the tournament. Okay, going with him to the tournament tomorrow, so that'll be that. But it'll probably be in the morning. All right, I appreciate that. On a scale of 1 to 10, how much did you enjoy this? 10 is keep doing these. 1s, 0s, and 2s means you don't want me to ever come back. And what was your biggest takeaway? Please type those numbers. What was your biggest takeaway? While I do prayer. That's the other thing about me. I'm opening up and closing down with prayer. I'm gonna leave you the same way I found you, in peace. Nice big inhale through the nose. Exhale out the mouth. Anabakoa Gijalaki Minka, Tatia Tezara, Kabel Renard, Amcha Sagvanu, Taharanu Nara, Nah Gibor, the Shea Yikadeka, Kabava Shamra, Bartham Taram, Rakame, Tazika Taker, to meet Gamlin, Kasin Kadosh, Bararu, Tufka, Na Hell out of Taker, you keep your head on chopping so Craig Katushka Taker, Shavatanu Kabel, Ushma, Tazakatanu, your day Talamo, Brushim, Kavomakuto, Alam Vae. I appreciate you. I got a 10 out of somebody. That's what I'm talking about. Then we're doing, I'll be back. Yeah, happiness is key. Heal together. God is in the beginning of happiness and peace. Show is. Big 10s. I appreciate y'all too. Dietrich, you got here late and gave me a 10. You could have gave me a 5. Biggest takeaway is that I've been lying to myself long enough. Ooh.
That was easy.
Good honesty at the end. Excellent save.
That was easy.
My goodness. My takeaway was healing takes a lifetime. Right. Stop using it as an excuse. I don't have to grip my trauma to
That
heal.
was easy.
Ooh. What'd you say? You said please respond. Where did you say something that I didn't respond to? I didn't see you type a question in there. Oh, it's easy. Absolutely. I would respond, but I ain't sure exactly what it was I'm supposed to respond to. But we done already said prayer, and I done already said I'm gonna holler at y'all. So if it's a DM, then I got you. Tomorrow I will be making announcements. If you want to get on my mailing list, my email list, because I'm gonna send it out to them first. Please go to workwithoye.com. You see it at the bottom there, or you can go to the link in the bio and just go to the site, wait like 4 or 5 seconds, and then a screen is gonna pop up for you to put in your information. That way, you'll be getting the email when I send it out. If you miss, one of these right here. Trying to secure a ceremony spot. I know. I said I'm announcing dates in the morning. Yeah. So trust me, I'm not about to give you the date and then my intake is not in order for me, because that's already happened. Last year, I tried several different ways. I have it narrowed down. You're going to be able to text. Let me tell you how it's going to work. Let me go ahead and respond to this. If you're going to want to have a mushroom ceremony in the Jin room, you're going to text fruit of the gods to a certain number. When you do that, you're going to get a link come back to you, and you're going to fill the form out. I'm only talking to those people that can follow instructions. If you want to do a bufo ceremony, you will click on the bufo. You'll type bufo 5MEO, and you're going to text that to the same number. You're going to get a different link. You're going to fill that link out, and it's going to show you the dates that is available. And it's also going to let you pick one and then say, when is the best time for me to call and talk to you and vet you? Okay? Right. If you've already been here before, then there's a discount. I want jokers to keep coming back. I ain't gonna keep, you know what I'm saying? So, yes, I'll talk about that, what it is too. If you ain't came before, then don't worry about it. All right. I appreciate it. That's how it's gonna go down. Isn't that easy? You can just text bufo 5MEO to this number. Boom, fill this form out. Say what time you can be called. You already done picked the day. When I call you, I'm gonna be like, yo, there go the day. This is how you put the deposit down. This is what you can expect. This is what time you need to be here. Boom. Same for the mushrooms. Boom, boom, boom. I'm about to make a video, so I can just be like, did you watch the video? Yeah. Do you got any questions? Let's go from there. Yes. It's good to see you too, Deetra. All right, let's get it popping. Thank y'all. I'm gonna holler at y'all. Peace.